Hey, rock stars! It is the Scotty Whips. I am en road to go see my friend Annette. Skin is not great today. Realizing that being in a more moist, hot environment, my skin don't like it that much, but it's not like I have to impress anyone, I don't think, right now. But so my apologies for my chin. But right now I just crossed over from Kansas to Missouri. So and it's really pretty. I think a lot of this content is really pretty. I think I've said this like 40 times, and you're probably like, Scott, we know, we're bored. Wichita surprised me a lot. So I was in Wichita for 4 nights, and it is a really cool little city. Completely wasn't on my radar, besides just visiting my friend. There is extremely affordable living, like insane, like beyond what I'm used to. I couldn't even put my finger on how ridiculously reasonably priced everything is there. From going to a pho restaurant to theater tickets to gas prices. I mean, even the Starbucks is cheaper. What the heck? Not by a ton, but still cheaper. And the real estate is it's nuts. The cool thing about Kansas is obviously the people are really nice. I do make sure when I'm visiting to be neutral as much as I possibly can, because clearly while I want to assist in understanding of certain ideas and policies that I don't agree with, and politicians that are in office, I want to make the most positive of my own personal experiences. So knowing it's really hard for me to shut up, I've been doing a lot of that. And it's okay, because it's not like I'm just letting things slide. I just don't allow it to escalate. Change topics, you know? And it was nuts. So I watch a lot of YouTube, aka I'm trying to do this YouTube thing myself, and I'm not gonna say I'm failing miserably, but uploading miserably. I'm not doing it because internet connections and you know, my AT&T is slower than death on this trip, but it is what it is. I got to hang out with one of my favorite YouTube guys, and this is just the proof in the pudding that people in Kansas are just ridiculously nice. I messaged him saying, hey, JR, I am traveling across the country. I'm in Wichita. I'll be there on a weekend. I would love to see you and Gabe and Zach and Thomas and whoever else is there. These are all the guys that help JR channel, like, do car things. I'm not car competent. Yes, that's my new word, car competent. But I want to be car competent, and I think watching his channel makes it seem doable. I mean, he uses a lot of acronyms, and he just pulls plugs, calling them stuff, but for me, I mean, at least me, I'm fascinated, and clearly people are, because he's almost at 100,000 followers, which is well-deserved, because he's a rock star. But I messaged him, because I was like, oh, he's not good. He responded to me, he goes, yeah, we're going to be working on the Cobalt, we're going to be doing X, Y, and Z. On this day, I'll reach out to you. And then I didn't hear from him. And I was like, oh, well, not a shock. I mean, he's got a full-time job, he's got blah, blah, blah. And so I just messaged him. I just said, I hope the Cobalt's going great. I have a show tonight, but, I, again, would love to pop over, bring you guys a 12-pack of beer and just, hang out or whatever. And he goes, oh, well, we're done. We gave up on the car, but come and hang out. And I'm like, what? So he gives me an address, says, come on over. I was like, okay. So I told my friend I was staying with, I was like, well, I'll be home in time for dinner and the show that we're going to see tonight. I'm going to go meet this guy I know from YouTube. So nice. Zach, his wife, name is escaping me right now, and I'm really mad because she was so nice. Gabe wasn't there. But I just met all these guys, people I've recognized from the channel, and I just gave me a drink, sat down, watched, people running around in four-wheelers, on Zach and his wife's beautiful, 40 acres with ponds, and it was just awesome. And, I was just picking, JR's brain about YouTubing and, all that stuff. I didn't get to stay super long because obviously I had to go to, the amazing Forbidden Broadway show that my wonderful host got me tickets to. And, but they even said, oh, when everything's said and done, we're going to be here, till 3 a.m. We'll have a bonfire. Come on back. I didn't, because I said, and I told them I probably wouldn't, because I'm not going to most likely be of the legal limit to come back, but thank you so much. And I said, if I come back to Wichita, I'm going to be hitting you guys up and taking you guys to dinner or whatever, because they're just so nice. Speaking on the nice spectrum, my wonderful host, the wonderful doctor, he is such a good guy. I met him in Mexico. He, I did my best to treat him for his, generosity, but he did it tenfold. I mean, he bought me tickets to the traveling, to this amazing, it wasn't even summer stock. It was 10 times better than summer stock. I mean, there was people who were currently on Broadway and different shows, and they were just doing a 2-week stint to, mix it up. So, the lead and the waitress in New York right now, she was, the lead bad girl in Chicago. It was so good. And the restaurants in Wichita, so good. And it's really pretty. There's super nice neighborhoods. Obviously, there's a lot of neighborhoods that are cookie cutter. My friend being in one of them, he was in one of the original ones, and he bought his place new in I think the 90s. Still a gorgeous home. Everything there, by the way, is huge. Every house there is enormous. There was one house that I found for sale. It was beautiful. It was on College Hill, a block away from Kirstie Alley's Wichita residence, and it's 7,000 square feet, and it was $900,000. I'm like, oh my god. There were houses I could literally buy for cash, and they were in decent shape in a nice part of town. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So while it was not on my radar, and while it's not necessarily at this point still in a top contender spot, I am not going to say that there is not a chance I would potentially go to Wichita, Kansas for living, because I have an 18-year goal, and the people there are nice, everything there is reasonable, and you can really make enough money to retire there, especially with my skills and my work experience and all that stuff. So while it's not the plan, it was a little surprise. I was like, oh, wow, this is a great little place. And of course, some of my favorite people, like Amy Presetto, one of my boot camp coaches, is a born and raised Kansian. I don't think that's correct, but I'm making it up. And if it's right, score to me. So it was just great. And now I'm going to Missouri to visit my old coworker, Annette. And she lives in this big property, and she's happy, and I'm happy that I get to see her. So you'll get an update on that. I'm trying to think of what else. Is there anything else that I've missed? I've missed a lot, probably. I haven't even looked back at the old videos, so most of which I have to probably figure out how to edit. That would require me to get my computer out of the car, but it's buried deep, so priorities. And I've been sleeping a ton, especially the past 4 days. I've been sleeping so much. The doctor's like, "Are you sick?" I'm like, catching up from sleep. Since I only averaged like 3 hours a night at my worst in Seattle to averaging like 5.5, 6, and now I'm averaging like 8. And I haven't been really drinking that much coffee, which is insane. I'm sluggish right now, but there hasn't been a Starbucks for 100 miles, so what are you gonna do? I mean, you could buy coffee from a local gas station, but I don't want to waste money, so I'll probably just spit it out and dump it. Don't want to do that. Anyway, so I'm wearing my West Seattle shirt, keeping my Allaire pride. I want to make sure that Allaire, one of the best stores in West Seattle, up near Admiral Junction, or Admiral Way. My dear Shandon, love you. Hi, Shandon. But yeah, so I'm just driving through cornfields. So figured it was a good time to do a little catch up and a little gab sesh. And I'm gonna continue listening to my amazing Sirius XM 80s station. I just sang She Bop, and who knows what's on next. But love you all. If you have any friends or whatever that want to maybe follow my adventure, just click the subscribe button, this little bell or something, and of course the like button. So let me know that you are liking the videos, or if you're like, okay, I'm bored, Scott, do something funner or more fun. Funner's fine. I will. I'm trying to be better with having my selfie stick when I'm actually doing activities. Most of those are pictures, and I just throw them on Facebook. So I'll try to figure out how to edit them in to do that. But lots to learn. Such a newbie, 42-year-old newbie on YouTube, which is basically retirement age for anyone, and I'm just getting started. Well, we'll see. All right, bye guys. Love ya. Later, rock stars. Peace.